So everyone knows that Machiavelli is kind of busted, and everyone knows that Machiavelli Greece is just straight up dirty, right? Because I mean that's +6 influence per turn just from turn one, right? That's a 60% increase. That's more than anyone else has, right? But you can actually cheese Machiavelli in a pretty funny way in order to get mega gold. And no, it doesn't use the Acropolis. No, it doesn't use the Parthenon. No, it's not by sending like a whole heckin' lot of diplomatic action proposals, including increased trade routes and open borders, and making people angry and hoping that they reject them so you get double gold from all those. Because apparently you can send, hey, open borders every few turns to somebody, and if they hate you, they'll just deny it, and then you get 100 gold. I mean, that's nice and all, but I mean, that doesn't really scratch the itch in terms of like constant gold per turn. No, no, let me try something better, something with much more humble beginnings, such as, I don't know, maybe the simple bridge. And you may be wondering, Alex, how on earth are you getting 46 gold on each of these tiles? And also, like, 7 food on this one, and, like, freaking science and culture and stuff? Oh, my friend, well, let me introduce you to the broken concept of Machiavellian bridges. First exploited, at least that I know of, by my little brother. He probably got it on YouTube. Annoying little brother was like, oh, check this out. I have crazy amounts of gold. When you play as Machiavelli Greece, you start with 6 extra influence per turn from turn 1 on for the rest of the game. Since then, I have climbed to 37 influence per turn. So, while we've been farming influence as Machiavelli, we have been able to use that influence to befriend city-states. How many city-states, you might ask? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we have suzerained 6 of the 9 city-states in this world. Now, one of those bonuses that it allowed me to pick was +1 gold on gold buildings for every suzerain ship. That means that every single gold building should have +6 gold to it. Now, the ancient bridge, which you can get in the engineering mastery, it has a base yield of +4, right? So, given the fact that we get +6 to all gold buildings for it, each bridge should give us an additional 6 gold, plus the 4, that's 10 gold per bridge. But that doesn't explain 46, right? So for some reason, I don't know if this is some weird intended adjacency mechanic, or if it's just glitched out of its mind, but every time you put a bridge on a navigable river next to another bridge, you get an increased adjacency bonus. It keeps on multiplying for some reason, which means we're up to 46 gold. Then I add some specialists because apparently I can just add one to a bridge even though it doesn't have a second building in it. This one has a fishing quay. This one has a bath in it. And I couldn't find any other buildings that went on these, but maybe next age we can. And that's how I got that. That's how I did that. Please, one more turn, one more turn, one more turn, one more turn. I just want to use Sappho's ability. 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 We might be able to. I just want to see what that is. Oh, let's go. I just wanted to see what this is. Oh, it's a codex +2 culture instead of science. That's interesting. So I did it again. So this time I'm playing as Hatshepsut of Abbasid. Well, this is medieval era. And I honestly think Hatshepsut Greece is great for this as well because Hatshepsut has that navigable river spawn bias. However, did that work out for me? Well, this is where my spawn was. And this was the only nearby, these were the nearby navigable rivers. I found this sucker, which was perfect, but then this guy grew 1 space too far. Well, actually they settled and then they ended up growing 1 space too far. So I only got 7 out of the 8 possible navigable rivers, meaning I was capped at a measly 48 gold per turn. Over here though, in the new world, I removed a bunch of people to try to make this easier. And in doing so, the entire new world is empty. This one we got the full river, 54 gold per turn. Look at those images. Look at how good that looks. Oh man. I'm gonna have to remake the thumbnail. I already made it, but it just looks so good, all these resources. So yeah, I definitely cheated on this one. I emptied the entire new world, and I'm playing on like the standard difficulty without putting it up, which is why I have more of every single resource than like everyone combined and doubled. But I was just curious what lengths we could take this to. Unfortunately, I know for a fact that there's an independent person like right here that I couldn't get to. Two of them in here despawned just randomly as I was trying to suzerain them. And so I ended up only being suzerain of 7, which I've hit 9 in a like actual high difficulty game. But the issue was not a single one of those 9 was one of the economic city states. So I was just stuck, unable to improve my bridges for mad money, and I was so upset about it. This is the hometown one. I mean, it helps I have a bunch of wonders and stuff to make quarters even juicier, and then I make quarters on top of them, and I mean, it's just great yields. Bonuses stacked on bonuses. And to be honest, I could have gotten this a lot sooner than 97%, which is on turn 53 of online mode. I just kept on like looping the future tech and future civic just because I was like, I can't research anything else. But yes, it doesn't have to be Machiavelli Greece. Doesn't even have to be Greece. It can be anyone as long as you get just an absolute ton of suzerainships, and then you're just good to go as long as you get that one economic suzerainship. Then you can get mad yields, annoy your friends and family members, and among other things. Have yourself a tolerable day. Also, I think that the Abbasid civilization is insanely busted in the Second Age. Will I make a video on that? I don't know. They just get insane stuff. Keep in touch. Subscribe in case I do make that video. I'll see you on the flip side.